Hello,
Hello.
how are you? Oh, connection today is really bad. Connection today is really, really bad.
Also, where is Veronica?
Let's see. Hold on. Okay, can you try again? I am. Uh, okay. Let me get the link on YouTube
Okay.
while you get Veronica. Have you heard from Veronica today?
What?
Have you heard from Veronica today? Have you spoken to her?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard from Ivana, so let's see if she's. Internet is really, really slow. Really, really bad. And
You are,
what's that?
you are freeze in the screen.
I'm crazy.
Freeze, freeze.
Ah, froze. I froze. Oh, okay.
Froze. Froze.
Okay.
Okay.
I froze. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's the connection is really, really poor. I don't know why, but the power. Have you lost power in your house? The electricity?
Freeze.
Ah, froze. I froze. Oh, okay.
Froze. Froze. Okay.
Okay. Hold on, just 1 second. Oh. Am I back? Okay, let's see. All right, so let me put the link to the class. Put this. Okay, good. So, talk to me about your day. What have you been doing? Have you nothing? You're not working or anything, or not?
Yes, working
Yeah.
on my computer.
And could you have a class or not?
Not a class,
Okay.
but they have work to do.
Yeah. So you gave them homework? Hold on.
Something like that.
What? Hold on. Veronica says she can't. What? The link? Or you can't attend class. Let's see what she's saying. Oh, I was saying that we have lost power here 3 times today, and the emergency generator did not work the last time. So I would not be surprised if I lose. If power goes away again, and I'm gone, I'm probably gone. All right, just so you know.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what Veronica's saying.
Okay.
Huh. Oh, she's gone. Okay, there you go.
I don't know why are you frozen.
I don't know. It's again, the connection is not very good today. I can't be in the video. Okay. The link. Let me see. Let me see what she says. She says, she can't access the link.
But why?
Because this is not for old people. This is for young people. And she's old.
This is not for a person who always says no.
Not for negative people, exactly.
Yes.
That's what it is. That's what it is. She's writing, but I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. She says, I don't know. Oh, okay. Huh. Let me see if I can give her. Could it be this link? Can you copy the link and send it to her through your, not through the group, but through your chat, please?
The link you sent?
Yeah, the link I sent or the one that's on the screen, whichever one, it's the same thing.
Let me see. Oh, no.
Oh. Oh, shit.
I sent, but I don't know.
There she is. Hey. Look who's here.
Oh, Veronica.
Me.
Oh, hello, what's up? Hola. Digo hello.
It's not bilingual yet. God, you're heavy.
It's really one.
Okay. Anyway, has she joined?
What?
I see her, but I know she's connected though. I can see her, but I can't hear her.
Exactly.
Ven, cuidado ahí. Anda, vete aquí. Okay. Let me see. Why can't I see her?
It says that she can't see us.
Is she on the phone or something? Because
Either.
internet is very strange right now.
I think she has something. No, no.
So maybe her camera? Anyway. Maybe it's her camera, perhaps? Anyway, for next class, for next Tuesday, we're going to be going through Google Meetings, which is going to be a lot better, a lot more stable. and I'll send you the link earlier because I can.
Where?
It's called Google Meets, and I'm going to be sending you the link early so you can join and we can start at 6 exactly.
Okay.
Okay. But that will be on Tuesday because I was trying to work on the platform today and I had to sign up and get verification and everything. So. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll just wait for Veronica to join. Anyway, so you were telling me. So what did you do today with your class?
And I sent homework,
Okay.
and then again in sending homework, I send them the material to work,
Okay.
and I'm planning to have chats, 3 chats a week in Hangouts if I can.
Okay.
To know about what they are doing, or if they have a question or something,
Right.
and they have to send me the homework for email.
By email.
It's by email.
Okay. Okay.
This is with one level, but with another level, I use Ednote.
Oh, okay.
And it's it.
Now, when. Oh, jeez. Oh my.
It's an alien.
That's an alien. Exactly. It's an alien invasion. That's horrible. Yep, we're in bed. Let me check something. Let me check something. I'll be right back. Mañana veo. Are we back? Wow. What is that?
I don't know.
Is that you, Ivana?
Yes.
Is that are you turned into a robot now? Sounds horrible. That sounds horrible.
Are you transforming?
Yeah, I think she's a transformer now. Okay, and Veronica hasn't been able to connect, huh?
No.
Huh.
Even I just like a transformer.
Sounds very strange. And she's not even talking. Why is that noise coming from?
No, Jesus.
Do you think headphones maybe?
Maybe. Oh, Veronica.
There she is. Oh, there you are. Okay, good.
Ivana is a spoiler to me.
I think we're talking to an android. This is not really Ivana. Ivana's working probably in her office, and now she's.
Yes.
Okay. So while we get that sorted out, how are you, Veronica? Good. I can't hear you. Nope. Go speak now. Now I can hear you. Okay. So how are you today? What did you do? Tell me about your day. What's that? What was it again? Smoking what? Hey, just give me a call. Don't leave me out.
I say that I eat lasagna today.
Oh, now you make lasagna. Okay.
Veronica.
Now you make lasagna. There is Transformers back. Let's see. Bumblebee. Bumblebee is back. Yeah. I'm trying to see who's making the noise though. Very strange noise. Huh. Okay. Huh. I don't know what that noise is. How have you all stayed home today?
Yeah.
Yes? Everybody stayed home today?
And you?
I had to go out. I had to go to the school to switch everything off. They're going to close Plaza Central down. They're going to close the whole thing. Close it. So I had to go and shut the water off and shut all the electricity off, open the refrigerator, get a couple of things that I needed, and but I just went there and came back, and that's it. In fact, I have to fix something in my house from the kitchen sink, and I decided it's not that bad. I'm just gonna wait until it dies down a little bit. It's nothing major, nothing to worry about too much. But I did forget, and I'm gonna have to go tomorrow, or maybe I'll go later, to get my board. I have a small whiteboard. It's a little whiteboard because I need it. So I have to. So now I have to use this. But there's hardly anybody out. There's very few cars. It's like a early Sunday morning. Very few people out. Very few people out. I don't know what the supermarkets are like. I'm not sure. But I think that a lot of people are staying home, and also I also have heard throughout the day. I don't know how true it is, but apparently the situation is worse than a lot worse than they have said, right? But official information is not that reliable, and everything else is. Let me give you that expression. It's something called hearsay. You see that? Hearsay, like hear Okay, like
Okay.
hearsay. Hearsay is something that I wouldn't call it a rumor exactly, but hearsay is just things that people say that sound like they're true, but you don't know if they're true. Does that make sense? So if I say, for example, uh, official information is not reliable, everything else is hearsay. So hearsay is that. Okay, I'm gonna have a visitor come in every once in a while to see what I'm doing. Urko, what are you doing? There he is. All right, now he's gone. All right. So every um, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see how long this goes on for, and exactly what's going to happen. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, and just wait. Now, I was asking you last time we had on Tuesday, Ivana, that you weren't here. We were talking about an option that what happens if they extend the school year for for another month. So you would finish classes on the was it like the 15th of April. That would be. Would that be?
No. Yeah. On next month.
What's that?
Nine. Yeah.
Okay, because you're supposed to finish classes in May, right?
22nd.
22nd of May, right? Very good. So this would extend it to 22nd, because otherwise it's just going to go into the summer vacation, right?
They said that they are gonna extend the the year school.
The school year.
The school year.
Okay. Okay. They said that already, so they're gonna extend it what, a month so far?
Yeah.
Okay. What about where you
Yes.
work, Ivana?
They didn't say long, but they said
Oh, okay. So Ivana, what have you heard from work? Oh, here we go.
hey, not really.
Yeah, never mind. Forget it. Just send us an email. No, so we're going to. I was telling Mariela that as of Tuesday we're going to be working on Google Meet because I didn't have a chance to set it up today. And we also in the booklet, so we can do that then. But I can give you a preview of what Unit 3 is about. And we can talk about mysteries, right? So think about any mysteries. What is something mysterious to you? What is something that you think, wow, that's really interesting, and you like, or you've read a lot about it? What do you think?
Is life in another planet
Okay,
alone?
okay. Are we alone? Okay, okay. Well, what do you think?
Are we alone?
Do you think we're alone?
I don't know. No?
No. Are you sure we're not alone?
No?
Veronica, what do you think?
I don't know.
You think there's life on other planets?
No. I think so.
Is that a dog?
What?
Is that your dog?
Yes.
Oh, okay. His name is Floyd?
Chloe.
Nice name. Nice name. Floyd. Okay. And Ivana, what's your dog's name? Do you have a dog? Okay. What's your dog's name? Oh,
Okay.
okay. Your dog's name is okay. Tommy. Oh, there you go. Okay, there you go. Okay. Okay. Big dog or little dog? Little dog. Okay. Okay, good. So we're doing English Sign Language. You know sign language? Okay. All right. Okay. We'll get that fixed. Mariela, what do you think? Why or why not? I mean, yes, you said there are. Okay, why do you think there are? There is.
Well, the universe is infinity, infinity,
Infinite.
infinite.
Yes. Okay. And aliens took Mariela because she froze. Mariela is frozen now. There she goes. There she's back. Okay. So the universe is infinite. So
So things that have life.
right.
So maybe we don't know if there is another kind of life
Mhm.
that we don't know.
Right. Right. So
We
maybe.
know that the life here
Mhm.
is made of some elements
Right.
that are in our planet. But we don't know exactly about another planet or even galaxies or in a black hole. We don't know what is there.
Right. Well, it turns out that the elements that make up our life form, our bodies, and everything, and every animal, everything, is actually those elements are the most common elements in the entire universe, as we know, as far as we know. So,
Yes.
carbon 14 and all, all these elements that we're made up of, that's the most common elements on the in the universe. So, you know, i- is it likely? Yeah. And the famous. It's a lot
Yes.
of, it's too, wow, what a waste of space. And we're just sitting here with nothing, right? Very, very small.
Yes.
Okay, maybe because I was also reading something about somebody saying, oh, well, what if, why aren't we receiving signals, for example, right? And somebody said, well, imagine that these other life forms have either are so advanced that uh, they're way ahead of radio, or they never discovered radio. 10th century, you know, so they haven't even developed it yet. So it would have to be a civilization that is aligned with us in terms of technology. So they would have to send, because he says, imagine that we send radio signals now, but by the time it reaches that other civilization, they're in their prehistoric stage. Or maybe they're in their ice age, or their dark age, or their stone age. And they just don't know, they're receiving the signals, but they don't know, they don't have anything to read those signals. So it's very interesting.
Also, we are so part of everything.
Mhm.
And in space, is the time is more like here.
Right.
We are talking about the light velocity,
Yes, the speed of light.
the speed of light.
The speed of light, yes.
Okay, so it's different.
Right.
We can get that velocity.
Right,
So maybe
right.
I don't know.
Apparently, the closer you get to the speed of light, the more resistance you have, so you can never reach the speed of light, apparently.
No.
Now, with our technology, right? Now, I heard also, I think it was on a documentary Netflix that says that all the water that's on Earth, water is not from Earth. So all the water that's on Earth comes from outer space. It's not ours. Again, Interesting theory, right? Because it's nothing. Yeah, it's the only thing that doesn't behave like an Earth-like element. Okay, but that's interesting. Netflix has a lot of interesting things. So these days, I'm going to be watching a lot of Netflix. A lot of
Yeah.
Netflix. Yeah. All right.
Why not, Ivana?
Oh, you're okay. You're okay. The your robot voice cannot. Let's see. You writing? Okay. Because we need to do something productive. Like now?
Netflix is productive. What is that link?
Courses. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, free course on Coursera. That's awesome. Yeah, but yeah, but I think you. I mean, I first of all, I can't remember the last time I I've done it before. I just can't remember the last time that I sat down to watch, 3 or 4 episodes or 2 or 3 movies at once. I can't do that. I can maybe watch one, maybe 2 movies, and that's it. That I have to go do something else. Plus, I have work, so I have to work. I have to, I have things to do for the academy, and I do I like to set a schedule. So like I get up. As a matter of fact, I read somewhere that when you're working from home, you should get dressed like you're going to go work, right? Get dressed, shower, shave, do the whole routine. Don't leave that routine, and work, and then get up and get something to eat, and then come back and whatever. But I can't remember the last time. When we were watching Designated Survivor about maybe a year ago. Then we discovered it. We just couldn't let it go. So we would watch like 3 episodes a night or 4 episodes a night, and that's it. That was the last time last year. But Netflix. I pay Netflix for my kids. Well, actually, they pay for Netflix, but I don't use it very rarely. And when I use it, I watch maybe what is it, Explained, because they're like 20 minutes or 15 minutes, and that's it. I just feel like I'm not doing anything productive, like Ivana said. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's see, Veronica. Let's imagine, for the sake of the argument, that you do not agree that there's life on other planets. Okay?
No, because I know that we don't know
Mm-hmm.
how you can sit outside. I mean, like outside of the planet.
Okay.
But we are persons or people that investigate and are looking for seeing something outside, and they don't have anything.
Right. Okay. But could it be that we don't have the technology to see very far?
Yes, we don't have yet.
Right. But what? Okay. But what if you're not looking? What if you don't know how to look, or you're not looking? For example, I'll give you a simple example. Uh, the other day, my wife and I were talking about, I don't know, something in the supermarket that we wanted to buy. And I can't remember what it was. But I said, oh, is there, I don't know, we'll call it a juice, for example. I don't know, grapefruit and orange juice, for example, right? So my wife said something like, "Oh, but I've never seen that in any supermarket." I said, "Well, we weren't really looking for it." You see what I'm saying? So this particular product that we were talking about, we just never thought about looking for it. So maybe that's why we didn't see it. Does that make sense? So it's like, oh, I want to know, I want red napkins at the table, for example. And you say, well, they know I've never seen red napkins at El Bravo, Nacional, or Sirena. I say, yeah, but have you ever looked for red napkins? No, not really. Okay, so maybe you go and you see, oh, look, they have red napkins. Right? Does that make sense? So it's maybe we don't know what to look for. And are we looking for little green men with antennas on their heads? Or because they say there's life on Mars. In what form? Well, there's water. Oh, okay, well, if there's water, there's life. Microbial or germs or fish? You know, we don't know. So what is life? Are we looking for aliens, or are we looking just for any type of life? Right? Now, what happens if? What do you think would happen if you're writing, Ivana? No. Are you writing? No? Okay. Feel free to write anything you want. Okay? All right. So, what happens? She's that's her punishment. You can't talk. So, what happens? What else is? Oh, what are you eating?
Pringles.
Pringles. Is that your brother giving you Pringles?
Excuse me? Okay. No.
No. Yeah.
Don't worry. Be happy.
So, what else could be a mystery? So we went over life on other planets. What else do you think is a mystery? Ivana, what's a mystery to you?
Where do we go when we die?
Okay. What do you think?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. Ivana, where do we go when we die?
Give me more. What is the name of the box when we die? The people.
Okay,
Body.
that's called a casket. Let me show you.
The what?
Casket. Yes? And if you're cremated, you go into an urn.
Or
Urn, yeah. Okay.
if I is driving,
What's that?
Ivana was riding.
Okay, right. Tell me.
It
What?
said she's Christian and that we are going to go to the sky.
To heaven. Okay. That's a good one. That's very good. So there's a difference between the sky in English and heaven. Okay? So heaven is ethereal. Heaven is not a physical place in English. Does that mean? Okay, heaven. There you go. Exactly. So the sky, in Spanish, we refer to the sky as the sky, el cielo, y that's it, right? Regardless if it's the physical or the spiritual or place, right? In English, you make a distinction. The sky is the one that we can see. Heaven is a, a concept, if you will. Okay. Okay. I don't know. What about reincarnation? Do you believe in reincarnation? Don't know. Don't know.
I don't think
No.
a good idea.
Okay. What about, okay, now what about the pyramids? The pyramids, not only in Egypt, because remember there are pyramids in Mexico, there are pyramids in Peru, and there are pyramids in Egypt, and there are pyramids in Malaysia, and there are pyramids in a lot of places. What about pyramids? Are they man-made or alien-made?
I'm not sure.
Not
I
sure.
think it's impossible that men do that, but an alien? I don't know.
Okay. What about, okay, but I think they tried to explain how men made men made the pyramids. But the interesting thing about that is how they are aligned with constellations. So each one of those pyramids, they understood that they had to have some sort of connection. Why were they built where they were built? Why those locations? And for example, pyramids of Egypt are aligned with Orion, with the constellation of Orion. And the ones in Malaysia, they have their alignment. And other ones in Peru, they're all aligned with something. So I think that's very interesting. How they could study the skies and figure out how to build these. Right? So what else is a mystery? What about the ocean?
It is a big mystery.
So I understand that we only know about 10% of the ocean. Everything else is a mystery. We have no idea. Right?
Yes.
Okay, what else? Veronica, what else is a mystery?
What?
Are they fighting with swords? Sounds like they're on guard.
What?
It sounds like they're fighting with swords. Oh, Mariela, I'm going to send you the complimentary material via email so you have it at least digital.
Okay.
I have to remember to do that. Email.
Weird.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what other mysteries we can find. Top. Let me see.
Oh, I know another.
Okay, go.
Where is going the bird of the sock with loose?
Wait. Say it again. Where?
It's going the bird of the sock
Ah. Okay. Yeah.
socks. Where?
Socks.
We never know.
That's true. Why do we always lose a sock? Exactly. That's a mystery. A deep mystery. That's a good one. Okay. How does the water get into the coconut?
Monica always says no.
It's a mystery. That's another mystery. Poor boy, oh, her boyfriend, poor guy. Ghosts.
I don't. Ah. Ghosts.
Yes or no?
I don't believe, but
No? I don't either.
something. I don't believe in that.
I don't either. Veronica, what do you think? Ivana, you believe?
I
Yeah?
don't believe.
No? Have you ever had an experience with Ivana that makes you believe or not?
No. Right.
So what's that figure behind you? Veronica looks. I don't believe in ghosts. What's that behind you? What? Ivana, right. There you go. I believe we have energy around us. That okay, that is true. Yes, I believe that. Yes. So you think that when people die, their energy stays? Maybe. Newton. Okay.
Milton what?
Newton says that we have energy. He discovered that we have energy. Right. Okay. Yeah. Isaac Newton.
Sign language plus English. Perfect.
Lavoisier. Okay. Lavoisier. Okay. So Lavoisier was the one that said that we have energy around us? No. Lavoisier killed Newton. And now he's a spirit. No? Lavoisier las manos? No? That's a terrible joke. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Let me see. You writing, Ivana? Oh, we're waiting for you to write. Everybody's like waiting.
This is another mystery. Why Ivana talks like a doctor?
Like, why is that? I think she's really a bot,
Yes.
and she's never told us.
Are you Optimus Prime?
Okay. Okay. What about think about this. Do you see with your eyes or do you see with your mind? Do you see with your eyes or do you see with your mind?
What we see is
Mhm.
light. So the eyes are like, I don't know, but the eyes just catch the light, and the light is processed.
Yeah.
Processed
Yeah.
in the brain.
Okay. Okay. So, because if I tell you, for example, if I say, for example, well, go to your room without you moving, like close your eyes, go into your room, open the closet, get a pair of shoes, and you know, just put them on, for example, but without moving. You can actually visualize that. if you're familiar with the with, so you can see that you're seeing with your mind. You're not really seeing with your eyes per se. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, a lot of mysteries, a lot of things that sometimes we just don't have enough information about them, right? Okay. What about you know what a UFO is?
What?
UFO. UFO. A UFO is an unidentified flying object. Do you think we have seen those on Earth?
There's what?
Let me show you. That's not a Mexican hat. It's a UFO. With aliens. That brings the aliens.
In the movies.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't believe that they exist?
Maybe not like that exactly,
No.
but no.
Okay. What about um for example what do you think about we were talking about Egypt, right? And Egypt, what if there was a very advanced civilization that lived many years ago and something happened that they are gone now? Because imagine that, for example, like the coronavirus that we're living with, right? What if it eliminates most of the? I mean, just look at the positive consequences of what's happening, right? So pollution is practically going away. Cities in China have clear skies now, because people aren't moving around. The canals in Venice you can see the bottom of the canal. So it turns out that it wasn't waste. It was just movement, human movement, right? So, and that's what, 3 weeks, a month maybe? So imagine all of the changes that the earth would see if we all disappeared, right? So first of all, nature would take over. Plants would start growing everywhere. Animals would probably take over. So, and that would not take that long, you know, apparently won't take that long. So if the whole human race, all humans disappeared, and life begins again in 500 years from now, and they walk into what used to be New York, for example, or any city, and see these big, huge buildings, and they're going to say, well, how did that happen? They might say, aliens, right? Or they see a building, or they see some structure that survives all of that time, and they might say, well, who built this? Right? So what happens if that's what happened in Egypt? They lived, they had advanced knowledge or use of tools. They built these pyramids. People say, well, what was the reason? Well, maybe they didn't need a reason. Maybe whatever with their culture, they just said, well, let's just build something. And, or maybe it was their way of surviving. Who knows? So they became extinct. They all died for some reason, and that's it. And they said, well, we can't find any bones. Well, yeah, but bones would disintegrate in what, 10 years, 20 years maybe? That's nothing, right? So do you think that's a possibility? Yeah? Okay. What about let me find the information on, let me see. Let me give you the information. Okay, here it is. Here's the information. By the way, okay.
Where?
Okay, so hold on. Oh, but this is only one. This is only the ones in Giza. I'm talking about all the pyramids have alignments. There's a guy named Graham Hancock, and he's the one that says how they all align. Hold on, ladies. Hold on. Just give me a sec. My internet is really, really slow today.
Yes.
Okay, so huh. See, but it only talks about the one in Egypt. They don't talk about. I'm going to send you this link. I'm going to send you this link, and you can, if you want to see it, if you want to see it, then you can. Okay, you can see it, pick it up from there, and see what I mean. All right. Okay, so it's very important that we have these discussions about things that we believe or not believe. Okay, because we can start a whole debate about what things can be true or maybe they're not true or whatever, right? And it also helps us speak in the past. Also helps us speak in the future. So, for example, do you think we'll ever be contacting alien life? For example, Veronica or Mariela or Ivan.
Repeat again, please.
Do you think we'll be able to contact alien life or alien life will contact us? No?
I don't believe in aliens.
Okay.
Then,
No. Do you think we don't? Okay. What about this theory I've been listening to lately? That, but you know who Elon Musk is? Elon Musk, the guy who created Tesla and SpaceX and all that. He says we could be living in a simulation. So it could be like a game, like The Sims, right? And we're just part of a simulation. And what do you think about that? What do you think, Ivana, Mariela, or Veronica?
would be a good movie.
It'd be great. Do you remember Men in Black? Do you remember the first Men in Black?
No.
No. Okay, you watch the first Men in Black and watch the end of the first Men in Black. Do you remember the end, Veronica?
No, I don't remember.
Okay. Ivana, do you remember the end of the first Men in Black movie? No? Okay. At the end of the first Men in Black movie, they take the camera and the camera flies away from the Earth and all the planets, okay? and it starts flying away all the planets, and you can start seeing stars and constellations and galaxies and whatnot. And it all becomes like you know what a marble is? You know what a marble is? A marble is a round glass, like a little small glass ball, and you play marbles. You use them.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, you know what it is? Okay, a small glass one. They're made of glass, and they're colored. They have a lot of colors, and you used to play them as children. You used to play them, yeah. Ven, ven acá. Ven, up, ven, ven, ven. Mira, saluda. Vete, pues. Te fuiste. Adiós. Okay, so they start flying away from. You see all these galaxies and planets and stars and whatnot, and it all becomes a marble, and that marble goes into a small sack, and there's a bunch of aliens playing marbles with these things that are like universes. So it makes you think, because it's really something that I've always thought about is we understand things in terms of size, right? So for example, right now I'm in the office, I'm in my house, and this room is inside my apartment, and my apartment is inside of a building, and the building is inside of the street, and the street is inside of a neighborhood, and the neighborhood, and so on. So we always have a size comparative, right? So we can say, so we always have a size number, right? So we can always say, this city is twice the size of New York, for example, right? Or Venezuela is, 10 times the size of Dominican Republic. So you always have a reference, you have an idea of size, right? And because we can keep time, that for you to fly from here to Madrid is going to take you 8 hours, for example, right? So you have an idea, a concept of distance, right? And therefore size. But what happens when you get out to the universe? What happens after you leave our galaxy? You leave the galaxy. What is that inside of?
We don't even imagine.
You can't even imagine, exactly. You can't even imagine this dimension of infinity.
Yes.
Because everything we know, our understanding has a size, whatever that size is.
We're less than a point in the universe.
Oh, we're nothing. Nothing.
We're nothing.
Nothing. So it's interesting that that you think about what is out there, what is after that, what's the bigger thing, and then what is that inside of, and so on. So the end of Men in Black sort of gives you this idea that we could just be a small marble, not the planet, the whole universe could be a marble in an alien child has in his pocket, and we don't know. It's like when you see a forest, for example. Have you been to Jardín Botánico, right? All of you?
Yeah.
Okay. So just as an example, you go to Jardín Botánico, and you're walking, you see all these trees and whatever, or the zoo, el zoológico, right? And you see a bunch of trees in the distance. At the root of those trees, at the foot of the tree, there are living organisms, right? Well, to those organisms, that is their universe. That's as big as it gets. That's it. For example, my dog Urko, right? If you think about what he doesn't know that there's a planet, he doesn't know what a country is, he doesn't know anything. According to his information, his universe is La Lincoln. That's as far as he's been. So he knows nothing else. That's his universe. That he thinks that's it, right? So he has no knowledge of anything else. So that's what I think creates a mystery, is those things that we cannot answer, those things that we're not sure. It's like when you imagine that you were living in the Stone Age and you are a Neanderthal, a caveman or a cave woman. Yes? Let me write that down. Caveman. Uga Uga, yes. That's the name in English actually, Uga Uga.
I know.
Caveman, cave woman. Okay? And you see lightning. You know lightning?
No.
Lightning.
Light.
Like before it rains, lightning. Yes?
Yes.
Lightning. So you have lightning is the lights part. Thunder is the sound. Right? So imagine thunder. Okay? So imagine they see that. How do they explain that? How do they explain rain? How do you explain night or day? Right? So those were their mysteries, and that's why I think they believed in all these gods and how you know. So that's what makes. I'm sorry. Hold on, just a second. Okay, sorry. That's what makes a mystery, right? Okay. What else? Ivana, tell me about a mystery.
The creation.
Creation. Good one. Okay. What do you think? Veronica, creation.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
Well,
So you have,
and I don't know.
so it's either evolution or creation. Yes? Right?
The creation.
Creation or evolution, right? Okay. Mariela, what do you think?
I need the word. Well, that's complicated.
Complicated. Because we don't know. That's why it's a mystery.
There are so many theories. We try to think in something that makes sense for us,
Right.
but we're not sure.
Right. Okay. Vana. What do you think? No? No? Okay. Okay. I got another mystery. Okay. Go. What is it? Why human beings have grown by science? Oh, sorry, I lost it. Why do human beings have grown by science and not by values? Okay, that's a good one. That's a very good point. Okay. Do you think that values and science are, how do I ask you this? Because I understand your question. It's a very, very, very good question. Do you think science has made us forget values? Maybe? Or do we give more importance to science than to values? Second. Okay, so we give more importance to science than values. Okay. Um, what about what about is it because of no, lack of religion, lack of belief, respect, education? What is it? Everybody's eating but me, Veronica. Wow, what are you eating?
Cookie.
Cookies. Okay.
It's not a cookie, it's a cracker.
Ah, okay. There's a difference. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think values are lost? Believe that there are several factors that make us prioritize science. Oh, good. Okay. I like it. I like it. So,
I didn't read the message.
oh, it says that he believes that there are several factors that make us prioritize science over values. I never heard of an argument with values and science in the same. So I think that's very interesting. Okay, so do you think their values are spiritual values? You know that Urko's standing here looking at the laptop, wondering why my laptop is barking, right? It's like, okay, so these values, do you think they're spiritual values or just values in general? Respect? Not necessarily. Okay. 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 So Floyd has an issue. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. What? Oh, there she goes. No. There she is. She is back. She's back. Okay. She's writing. Huh? You're writing, right, Ivana? Oh, you're not writing? What else? You'd say, wait. Okay. Okay, so what value do you think we've lost and that we should get back? Or what values? Open question for everyone. What do you think? What values have we lost that we should get back? I think we always choose vanity and ambition. Okay? Okay. Well, no, we're talking in general. In general. Just saying a lot of people, I don't think, not everyone, of course.
Science is not supposed to be opposite of values. Maybe some people don't do good science, but in general, I think science helps us a lot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
it's not all bad.
Yeah, but okay. The leaders of the countries have managed to govern for that for years. That's true, true. But also a lot of people, a lot of leaders have governed on the basis of Christianity, and they're not really Christian. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, I don't think Trump is a Christian at all. For example, do I think that's good or bad? That's a different story. But I'm just saying he poses, and for example, in the United States, if you're an atheist, you know what an atheist is? Let me write it. You know what an atheist is?
No.
Somebody who doesn't believe in religion.
Oh.
Okay? Atheist. So if you're in the United States and you run for president and you say you're an atheist, you're not going to win. You have to believe in a religion. So, you know, there's a lot of that, but there's a lot of abuse in religion as well, right? So, for example, I tweeted today. Let me show you what I tweeted. Let me show you my tweet. Okay. Can you read that? No? Okay. So it says, so what's the death toll have to get to in order for the world leaders and all of us to start pressuring Asian countries to ban wet markets and illegal trafficking of animals to them? Is the root ever going to be addressed? Now, what does that mean? It means that everybody's worried about this COVID-19, everybody's worried about this, everybody knows what to do, everybody's going into quarantine, everybody's worried about everybody else. I think the world, hopefully this will make us see the world differently and for the better. Be more human, be a little bit more generous. But why aren't we addressing the problem of the wet markets in China, in Asia?
No.
You know what the wet markets, the places where they sell the animals? Okay, they're called wet markets, right? They're terrible places where they sell animals, and they make it. It's a business. It's a very big mafia-based business. So, wet markets in Asia, not only in China, in Asia, are also receiving animals that are being trafficked from like African countries and South America and whatnot, snakes and a whole bunch of things in Australia and New Zealand. Anyway. So why are they still open? Why are they banned forever? When are we going to start pressuring those countries that they have to close those markets? Because that started because back many years ago, China was going through a famine. Famine, let me write that down. Famine. Famine is when a lot of people are hungry. A lot of people are starving. So a lot of Chinese people were starving and dying. And the government said, well, you can eat anything you want. And they started growing these animals. Anything, they would eat anything. They started eating anything. Snakes, rabbits, anything that they could breed, they would eat. And then it became a business. And then it became a habit. So anybody would eat anything. And now these markets are in these conditions that are horrible. I was in China a few years ago in Kowloon, and I was going to go to this market. They wanted me to go to the market. and I could not go into the market because it was so, it's gross, it's dirty, it smells bad, the noise is incredibly disturbing, and I can't see animals suffer like that. So how can they allow these markets, which are obviously a problem? Now it's a global problem, and nobody's going to do anything about it. So we're not going to pressure China and Malaysia and South Korea and all these places that have wet markets. Nobody's going to do anything about that. Nobody's going to talk about that. Killing millions of, hundreds of thousands of people and affecting millions of lives, and the world has stopped, and nobody's going to address this. Yeah. So how many? Huh?
They were closed.
They closed one. They closed the one that they suspect was the problem. But there are hundreds of these markets in Asia. Hundreds. Just in China, there are hundreds of these. Remember that Wuhan is a city that has 11 million people. That's more than the population of this country. Just in one city. So there are hundreds and thousands of these markets. They have to close these things down because these things are a focal point for disease that is obviously affecting the whole planet. This is something we have never seen.
Yes.
Right? So
Not that.
yeah, and it's mutating, so it's getting worse. It's getting worse. So what are we going to do about it? When is this going to be an issue? Because everybody's worried about, oh, wash your hands. Yeah, but let's get rid of the source. Let's get rid of the problem first, or at least at the same time, let's worry about that. Because I'll wash my hands. I won't touch my face. Okay, I get it. But it's just going to happen again and again and again. So I think it's a terrible. By the way, I'm going to send you a link. Remember Kyrgyzstan that I told you about the other day, Mariela?
What?
Kyrgyzstan.
I didn't hear.
The Kyrgyzstan, the ones that make animated science videos.
Ah, yes.
They released one about the coronavirus. Very good.
I didn't saw it.
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you. Hold on just 1 second. Huh. Just 1 second, ladies. Just 1 second.
I can hear you.
Authorities notified the virus was spread to their communities. In the following months, it spread to other countries, with cases doubling within days.
Yeah.
This virus is severe acute risk.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a very good video. All right. Right. So, anything else you want to add? No? I'm sorry. So, us. Now, let's take a shower. All right. So if you were interested, you might want to. I'm going to find a video about mysteries, and we can talk about them because that's the first lesson in Unit 3, which is the lesson we're going to see on Tuesday. And again, I'm going to give you the information on how we're going to go on Google Meets, and so it's going to be a little more stable, I think, and a little bit better. Ivana, we need you to work on that block. She is.
I'm
You,
fine.
you sound like you're trying to connect to the internet 20 years ago. What is that? My Lord have mercy. But you can hear us okay, though. So is it your microphone, maybe?
Put the headphones on. Off.
Off, right. Oh, no, put them on again.
It's worse.
Wow, okay. But, okay. All right, ladies. So we'll talk to you on Tuesday. Stay safe. I'm going to find the material for the mysteries, okay? And Mariela, I'll send you the email of the complimentary material.
Okay.
Okay, let me see if I can do that now, right?
Okay.
Okay. So, ladies, we'll see you on Tuesday. Stay safe. Be good.
You too.
And good night.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Bye. Why can't we stop?